supposed to be freezing rain / snow in Foxborough, 8 o'clock Eastern on Sunday night. This one's on Peacock or NBC, basically the Sunday Night Football ways you normally watch them. Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The Chargers coming over from the West Coast to take on the New England Patriots. Is the evil empire back? Is the New England Patriots back? Can Vrabel bring him back? Can Drake May do it? Can he make it happen? Can he continue his MVP run in his exciting young career? Patriots 14-3. That just looks right when you see the records. As much as if you're a Patriot fan or not, when you look at the record, you're like, yeah, the Patriots 14-3. That just makes a lot of sense. The first things that come to my mind is, can the Patriots continue this? I don't see the Patriots losing in Foxborough the first weekend of the year. I also don't know if Harbaugh is ready for what the Patriots are going to bring him, because that offensive line is just so beat up, and I don't know if Herbert has enough to be able to control and overcome that alone.
Can you imagine Herbert on a team with a legitimate offensive line? He would be.
I mean, I can. At the first half of the season, I saw it this year, and then it just fell apart.
I suppose that's fair.
This year was the year that they finally figured it out, and then injuries came in the way. So, unfortunately, yes, I can picture it.
That's actually totally valid. All of my memories of this season have been him with a broken hand fending off defenders like he's just some sort of madman. Obviously everybody can see my sweatshirt. I am wearing a Patriots sweatshirt, so keep that in mind. But I am going to lean the Patriots here. It's not as favorable as I probably wish I could. I think Drake May is unbelievable and is going to have a very solid. What is that? A very solid record. A very solid outing. I don't. It's so funny though. He's probably going to further his MVP push a little bit. Like, I don't think this is anything too crazy. I do worry though. Just something in my gut, tells me that it's just too early. You're right though. It does feel like normal to see 14-3 next to the Patriots, but then you remember I think it's just because going into the playoffs, I'm so used to like Bill Belichick and the defense is going to be so bulletproof, sound like it is. You just know, you knew going into the playoffs, especially, that you were going to win a lot of games with Bill Belichick, and it's not the same coach. And I love Mike Vrabel, and I think he's the best coach for the Patriots, and I can't wait to see what this postseason looks like for him. And obviously, if it doesn't go well, he's still really early, in his tenure with the Patriots, so I'm not too worried about it. But I definitely have a small, I wonder, you're facing Justin Herbert, if they were facing some, younger quarterback that hadn't really seen a whole lot. Obviously, Herbert, not a ton of experience in the playoffs, but he's been around. He's extremely talented, can make a bunch of plays. The thing I'm holding on to, the reason I'm picking the Patriots is Drake. I'm just going to say Drake May. It's just let's use his actual name. Is very capable of commanding the offense and driving this team down the field. I think the Ravens game is maybe one of the best examples of that. If the Chargers find a way to keep this close, come away with, a lead late in it, I'm not counting the Patriots out yet. Offensively, they are very sound to me. At least that's my perception. And I think that they'll be able to find a way to come away with more points at the end of this one.
Milton Williams returned last week. He was out since November. He returned. That was a big help for the Patriots because one of the biggest questions they had is, can they get to the quarterback? I think that obviously helps them. He didn't get really a chance to see it much because he returned in a blowout game against the Miami Dolphins. He only had 2 tackles, 1 assist in their game. I don't know how many snaps he actually played, but he returned from the IR in that one right before the playoffs here. I think a lot of people think the Patriots are going to win this game, and I think there's good reason for it. The Patriots look really good, what they've looked over the last couple of weeks, especially what Drake May has shown. The running game starting to take off, not even just Travion Henderson. Stevenson's starting to take off as well. There's a lot of things pointing in the right direction for the New England Patriots. So let me just throw it back at you right here. The Patriots lose if...
I think it's if they don't play to their potential. They're capable of beating this Chargers team, but if they excuse me, if they drop some balls, if they miss some tackles, if the Chargers come out with I think if Herbert's really able to extend plays, I think that's going to be a potential problem for New England. And that's just football in general. At some point, it's really tough to stop a quarterback that can extend a play, for an extra 2, 3, 4 seconds. It's hard to cover for that long. And the Chargers could end up with a few extra touchdowns. They can get a little bit ahead of schedule. I don't know if the Patriots can stick with them there. I think they can, but I would say the Patriots are very capable of winning this game, but if a few things don't go their way, like it's literally just like the bounce of a ball, they lose the turnover battle, things like that. Like, don't count the Chargers out. This is not going to be a blowout, I wouldn't say.
I'm leaning more towards this one being getting out of hand because I just don't have any faith in that offensive line for the Chargers. And I think the Patriots are going to beat them up. I really do. I think it's going to be a tough trip across to the East Coast. You're going into weather. This is a team that's played in a dome, their home games. Now, of course, it's Harbaugh. He's going to treat,
Right.
he knows that he can get these
Weather's
guys to
valid.
play tough football. Don't get me wrong. They lost a close one to the Texans. They lost a close one to the Broncos to end their season. I think the Chargers are a very good team, but I think they're a very good team when they're healthy, and that's something they haven't had a chance to do so. Herbert rested in that game against the Broncos. How much does that help him? How much does that hurt him? That's the biggest question. Like, is rust going to be a thing, or the fact that he got a little bit of time off going to be a thing?
Rest.
We can say that about a couple quarterbacks in these playoffs. I think the Patriots win this game handily. Like, I think this might be one of the games where we are watching and we're excited. We're like, man, how many good games do we have Saturday and Sunday? And then we sit down for NFC Sunday night football for the wild card, or NBC wild card football, if you will. And the Patriots just run away with this game. Like, I could totally see that.
I hope they do.
From the point from Harbaugh hitting the shoulder pads to Herbert. I mean, like, that's probably the highlight for the Chargers, I think, is just that. It's going to be a bad game, I think, for the Chargers. I'm going Patriots by, man, dare I say it? I think Patriots win by 3 scores.
I knew you were going to throw that out there. I don't see it, but it's not impossible. Like, this is a good Patriots team. We were talking about it before, I think it was before we recorded, when I was like, this Patriots team is good. It's just, to me, the vibes, I don't know. I'm not getting dominant, will come in and beat anybody vibes. Like, they're capable of competing with anybody, but I think they're going to have to prove it every single week. And this is, hey, everyone's 0-0, like, it doesn't matter what you've done in the regular season. You got to step up right now. And they're very capable of doing that, but I'll be curious. I can't wait to watch this game.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to see a playoff game that's a 3-score deficit. I don't, even if it's my favorite team. I just don't want to. But I do think that if any of these games go astray fast, like all weekend, I think it's this one between the Patriots and the Chargers.
That's fair.